Welcome to today's video. For this video, we're going to talk about multivalent ionic compound formula writing, and it's just writing formulas for compounds that have metals that have multivalent charges to them. We'll talk about first what is a multivalent ion, and then we'll talk about how to write formulas with multivalent metals. It's actually pretty similar to everything else, but let's go ahead and dive right in. Okay, what is a multivalent ion? A multivalent ion is just typically a metal. If there is an example of a non-metal or any other type, I'm not aware of it, but it is an example of an ion that can have more than one possible charge. It will usually be pretty definite. That is, if you were working with copper 2, unless you know that it's changing to copper 1 as a part of a reaction, you're only going to be working with copper 2. But how to tell what the difference between the two is just these Roman numerals. When you take a look at these metal ions, they typically have a Roman numeral that will accompany them. So copper 2 and copper 1, this is an example of a multivalent metal. Copper can take those two types of charges. And what that means is that Roman numeral just tells you exactly what that valence charge is. Copper 2 has a charge of +2. Copper 1 has a charge of +1. Same thing goes for, there's a whole bunch of elements that are typically in the transition metals, and I believe in the rare earth metals as well. There might be other examples, but just to go over a couple quick common ones, another example would be tin. It can take a charge of 2 or 4, and it would just look like this, written this way in Roman numerals to represent that it has a +2 or +4 charge. Same thing with iron, comes in iron 2 or iron 3. And that just means that it can come in a +2 or +3 charge. With that said, let's go ahead and write some formulas. Okay, first example, we have copper 2 and chlorine. First thing we'll do is we'll write the symbols for them. Cu for copper, for cupric, Cl for chlorine. And then we'll write the charges. Chlorine is in the halogen, so it's going to have a -1 charge. Copper 2, it's given us right there, has a +2 charge. So we'll go ahead and write that down here. Follow the same exact rules. This is the only thing you do different is to figure out what copper 2 has. You just look at that Roman numerals, that's the charge it is. Write that down there. +2, -1. We need one more chlorine over here, and then when we write that, it'll be Cu, Cl2. And then if you knew what the charge of chlorine was, this is how you could tell that this is copper 2 and not copper 1, because if there was copper 1, there would only be one chlorine there. Let's go ahead and look at just 2 more examples. All right, we're trying to make a compound with iron 3 and oxygen. This is actually what makes rust, not what makes rust appear. This is rust when you combine these two together. So first thing we got to do, write the symbols, write the charges. Iron 3 has a charge of +3. You know that from the Roman numerals. Oxygen is part of the oxygen group. It has a -2 charge. We'll write that down. We need more oxygen, more iron. It's 2, 4, greater than 3, add 3, now we have 6, -2 there, 2, 4, 6, 3, 6. We're good to go. That evens out, so we write that. Fe2, O2, 3. All right, one more example, and that'll be all for today. Last one, example would be tin 4 in nitrate. So we follow the same rules as we would before. Write the symbol for tin, which is Sn. If you know why that's called Sn, please mention it in the comments so that I can be enlightened. Tin has a charge. Tin 4 has a charge of +4, so we'll write that. Nitrate, that is NO3, has a charge of -1. So you're just going to be write this down here. So we need a lot more nitrate. So 1 here, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4. That evens out, so we're good. So we'll write that. Sn, parentheses, follow the same rules as the polyatomic ionic compound formula writing. Go up in this corner to watch that video if you're unfamiliar with all this. NO3, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 down there. that's it. That's the only wrinkle there, is you just got to be able to recognize that when you have a Roman numeral there, that's just telling you that that's what the charge is, and it'll usually be positive. At least if it's a metal, it's going to be positive. If you found this helpful, I hope you did at least. Please like and subscribe. Leave some comment suggestions down below in the comment section, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.